serving South Florida as well as the entire U.S. and even internationally from right here in South Florida. Call us for all your printed documents, promotional products, trade shows, labeling, digital marketing, web design, SEO, and social media marketing. Visit us at suncoastmarketing.com or simply call 954-583-4351.
Welcome to the 2-Minute Warning, a sports talk platform that will examine current issues in the world of sports, the athletes, and the communities they impact. With your host, former NFL star Benny Blades. Benny will be speaking with both current and former athletes, asking the questions about the lessons they've learned on their journey and how they impact the community. Call into the show now at 888-565-1470. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
Thank you and welcome to another 2-Minute Warning. I'm your host, Benny Blades. First, I'd like to thank Suncoast Marketing for being another sponsor of the Benny Blades Show. And I want to get right into it. First, I want to congratulate FSU defensive back Asante Samuel Jr. He's on the Jim Thorpe watch list, which is one of the prestigious trophies in college football. And I know because I won one. So I want to congratulate him on being week one's winner. Now, a few NFL notes before I talk to my guests. If you haven't been watching the San Francisco 49ers, they were just plain depleted at receivers. So they went out and they signed, claimed off of waivers, shall I say, Mohamed Sanu from the New England Patriots. So maybe, hopefully, that'll help them out this week with this weekend's game. And Ben Roethlisberger felt as though he was hit by a Mack truck. And I always tell people, when you don't get the simulation in practice of hitting each other, there's no preseason games. And so that's how these older guys are going to feel. I'm sure Tom Brady and Drew Brees felt the same way after week one. But on a great note, I didn't say a good note, but on a great note, Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson was voted Players of the Week by the NFL. No surprise, both of those guys had tremendous games. Now, I would like to bring in my guest, former Ely Tiger, FSU, Seminole, Atlanta Falcon, Minnesota Viking, Denver Bronco. None other than one half of the Crockett brothers. I welcome Henry Crockett to the show. Henry, are you there?
What's going on? I'm here. How's everything? The legend spinning.
Oh, no. I always tell people I'm humbled to have, I had your brother on and I said I had to have you on because I'm humble to know you guys because you're doing, before I get into what you're doing in the community, because you guys are doing so much, you meant so much to the people of Broward County, so I had to have you on. But
I appreciate
want people, my pleasure. I'm going to go all the way back to your days over at Ely.
Yeah.
Now, explain to me how was it growing up with your brother in the city of Pompano?
It's I always tell people, man, you can vouch for this. You don't really realize how bad your circumstances is because everybody around you in the same boat, so we ain't have much, and nobody, the guy next to me ain't have much, but the neighborhood we had a great neighborhood. I was telling my daughter the other day that, man, the lady down the street can beat you and tell your mama I whooped you. You know what I mean? But we don't have those communities anymore. So we had a great childhood upbringing. I didn't play football till late, and my brother played at a younger age. So, I started playing ball. I was playing fullback behind my brother because, I was just out there playing around. So I didn't, 10th grade, I'm just playing fullback. Then when our coach Rizzi said, "Hey man, you ought to come over here and play linebacker." I said, "What they do?" He said, "Just tackle the guy with the ball." I said, "I think I can do that." And it just a match made in heaven playing, playing linebacker. You know what I mean? So, but it was hard, man, because Zach was like a legend since Little League. So just coming in trying to fill those shoes and just you ain't gonna be good as your brother. You know they always tell you that you ain't good as your brother. You know.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things. So, but we had a great time. We had a great team, and I was telling people back in the day, it's a lot different now because a lot of the kids get pulled into these private schools. And back then in the day, we used to whoop up on the private schools because everybody stayed home to their neighborhood schools. And so it's a lot different. And I think your classmate, Irvin changed all that. What they call it, the Michael Irvin rule when he left Piper.
Yeah. But
I
people don't realize, I ain't gonna tell Mike business, but Mike had to get out of Piper. Mike,
yeah,
Mike got in so much trouble at Piper. Them people say you get up out of here because you ain't gonna graduate from here. Right? You know what I mean?
man,
Like you said, that's what the Michael Irvin rule came about. But
yeah,
but I'm so, like I told you, I'm so grateful that you're on here because, like you said, you grew up behind your brother Zach,
yeah,
and but you came out of Ely. You were All American, parade All American.
right,
You know what I mean?
correct,
And you chose to follow him to
correct.
FSU. And I said, wow. But see, me and you was in the same boat because I followed my brother down to the U. You know what I mean? So what
So
made you want to follow him though?
I'm gonna tell you, in Florida, that was the worst visit I ever been on. Florida State. And I was like, oh God, that was the worst visit. And my father passed my senior year, and my mom was like, I want you to go to Florida State because Zach was there. At least, y'all have each other. So I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to Florida State, man. That was, that was the worst visit. They when cats took my you know how they give you the $20 a day.
Yeah.
They give you the $20. Cats took my $20. They ain't give me money, man. It kept me sitting in the dorm room. Man, it was the worst visit. But everything happened for a reason. It ended up working out, man. My mom wanted me to go to school with my brother, so that's why I ended up at Florida State. No, man. Let me tell you, I almost didn't make that trip because that back in the day at Dillard they used to have them the talent shows. And
Yeah.
man, I was like, I want to go to this talent show on Saturday. I don't want to get on this plane and go Friday night. I don't want to get on this plane.
Because look, for the listeners that don't know, look, Dillard High School talent shows are like being at one of them HBCUs. I mean,
I'm telling you, man.
you had women everywhere. So
Everywhere, bro. I did not want to get on that plane.
yeah. But like you said,
Oh
it
man,
worked
but that
out
was
for
crazy,
you.
man. But it was great, man, coming up behind him. Yep. The good thing about it, like Zach made mistakes along the way, and I had opportunity to learn from him. He was a good teacher. He would always like walk me through everything. Hey, listen, look at it this way. Things that he learned, I didn't have to make those mistakes because he helped me out along the way. So that was always for me coming behind him, and he left a lot of good footprints for me to follow. So that was always pretty cool, man.
Well, I'm great. Yeah, I'm glad because, like I said, it worked out because you're a fourth round pick in the draft.
Yeah,
People who really don't understand football, if you get drafted anywhere in that top four, you pretty much gonna
yeah,
make that team. And you
correct.
had some pretty good success at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Look, you guys. Now, did you win a Super Bowl while you were there?
No, we lost it my second year against the Denver Broncos. We lost it that year. But I had a lot of good mentors, man. I got on that team, man. I had Jesse Tucker. I came in with everybody in the room was 12-year vets. I had
Oh,
12-year vets, and I had one 5-year vet. I had Cornelius Bennett, and I had Jesse Tucker, all of them in their 12 years. So when I came in, man, they just showed me how to do everything. They showed me how to be a professional. Man, showed me how to dress. Cornelius spent my money, my first check. Like, listen, I don't care what the other cats do. Like, this is a business trip. Like, you gonna get on here with a suit and tie. And he went and bought me shoes, man. So I dedicated the way I dressed to Cornelius, and then Jesse. And I didn't realize when I first got there, these cats, man, they ain't doing all the hidden drills. It was time to do the hidden drills. And Kanae's been just to tell me like, hey, little young buck, I don't do that. I say, man, but they got like 5 guys. Say, listen, you too young. You too young to get tired. So I would go back to back on the hidden drills, man. Kanae's been to sit over with his shoes untied. Like, he ain't doing no hidden drills. And I was like, oh my God, man. But and every night I had to get them a 12-pack of Coors, bring it to the room. And then they shut. I said, y'all ain't gonna let me come in. At least I bought the beer. You ain't let me come in and sit with. Nah, you can't come in and sit and watch, drink no beer. Go on back to your room. Don't stop.
No.
But that's the one thing I say. These guys, the young guys, they come in now, and when I sit there and hear them talk about the guys 3 years in, they call them veterans. I said, man, in my second year, I still couldn't talk in the meeting room. Like and these guys getting called veterans year 2, and year 3. So it's like it's a big difference,
Yeah. And that's the thing I try to, and because we're gonna get into what you're doing in your philanthropism there in the city of Pompano, because
correct.
Nowadays when you talk to the young kids, they don't realize when you're a 4th year player in the National Football League, you really haven't done anything. And so the guys who played 16, 17 years, they don't even listen to you until you've played more than 4 years.
Correct. And and they've been given opportunities, platform because of the money. I was sitting back and looking at these young guys. I mean, hell, you on a practice squad making $250, and the guy that's you make the team, you making $500. Then they got like a performance pay. They'll run down on the special team, get you about 20, 30 snaps a game on special teams. You might make another $150,000 on top of the $500,000. So, these guys, it's just a different game, And I'm a little disappointed in because, even with the disability for the older guys that laid it down, not just for me, not for them, but for me as well, that they didn't fight for them. They didn't fight for them when there were disability cases, and then they taking money for them because they put in their own Social Security. They got a right to earn your own Social Security. Now because they're getting Social Security benefit, you're gonna dock their money from their disability. And it just sometimes they don't understand that the guys that laid the ground before them, they put them in a position to make all this money. Now we ain't mad at them that he's making all this money. We happy for him, but at the same time you can't forget, because at some point you're gonna be those guys, man. So I just wish they would just be a little bit more mindful of the history. Understand that the guys that came before them, So it's a little tough, man. And
but like you said, when we both go out and mentor to these young kids, what I mean? You're like myself. I try to let them know that because I myself personally, I'm still fighting with the National Football League about disability from a game that talked me out because I had back problems. Told me I couldn't pass their physical, but you don't want to give me no disability. And that's one of the things the young people have to understand, that they have to fight for us. They're our voice.
correct.
So I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
but
Not in those rooms.
right now, I'm gonna take a commercial break because me and you got a lot more to talk about before we get
Let's
into
do
these
it.
picks. So I'm gonna take a commercial break right now, and I'll be right back with the great Henry Crockett.
Thank you.
Many patients are often unsure where to go for treatment after a sports injury, car accident, or slip and fall. We here at the Boca Clinic are readily available 6 days a week to treat you by providing long-term relief through addressing the cause of the injury and not just treating the symptoms. Daily stress to the body causes the spine to misalign, resulting in poor posture and poor nerve flow. Dr. Klein provides a relaxing environment where the clinic focuses on strengthening and healing both muscle, soft tissue, and realigning the bones. We are located at 1601 Clintmore Road in Boca Raton. Call now, 561-988-1998.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean. But when you do, use A&T Dry Cleaners. Stay dirty, my friend.
Zodiac Vodka is an American-made, all-natural, gluten-free potato vodka. Only 2% of vodka is made from potatoes. We use regionally grown potatoes and water from the Snake River Aquifer. We start with the best agriculture to make a superior product. It is rapidly growing as a bartender's choice drink. Go to ZodiacSpirits.com to find your cocktail. Remember, must be 21 years or older. Drink responsibly. ZodiacSpirits.com.
65-1470. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
Once again, I'm back. Thanks again for my sponsors, Vocal Clinic, especially Dr. Rob, who was my guest selector last week. He got 10 right, so thank you, Dr. Rob, and AT&T Cleaners. Thank you for sponsoring another Benny Blades 2-minute warning. Now back to my guest, Henry. Henry, are you back? Okay, Henry. Now,
Yeah.
I want you to explain to the people what the Crockett Foundation does for the young kids there in the city of Pompano.
Yeah, so what we do in the city of Pompano, I believe in exposure and experience. And a lot of times, you get these after-school programs. It's all about tutoring and math and reading, and we do some of that too. But as you know, Benny, man, the football has been able to take us around the world. We've seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, and been a lot of places. And by doing that, we've been exposed to so much. And I always say to these kids, you only know what you know. And a lot of times we ask these kids to dream big. How they gonna dream big if they ain't never seen anything, never been anywhere? So our foundation is all about exposing kids, finding a way to improve, build character, and improve communities one child at a time. And we do that through a lot of after-school programs. We do a lot of coding programs for the kids. We do a lot of back-to-school events. We have food drive, which we have one tomorrow in the city of Pompano at the E. Pratt Locker Center, and start at 4 p.m. Where we're giving out free food, and and it's free vegetables and eggs, everything. And also we're giving out backpacks because the superintendent just said the kids are going back to school on October 5th. So if you need backpacks filled with school supplies and you need food, come on to EPAT Locker Center from between 4 and 6 tomorrow. So that's what we do, man. We just trying to find a way to impact our community. We're trying to mentor these kids, and like I said, my brother been a footprint for these kids, so they have someone to follow. And I tell them all the time, no matter how good you are, how blessed you are, no matter what you got going on or how successful you are, we all had help along the way. Somebody helped all of us, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do our part. We're trying to do our part, Benny. We're just trying to give back and help as many of these kids as we possibly can. We just recently endowed a scholarship to kids to Barry University and to Florida State University. So in Broward County, if your kids need a scholarship, they can apply for at Florida State and at Barry University for our endowment scholarship, the Crockett Family Scholarship. So we're just trying to do our part, man. Ben, you do a great job with the parks and with the kids, and we all trying to do our part. We got a lot of stories to tell, man, and so we're just trying to make sure South Florida is still fruitful in football, and you kids go out there and they use football as a good jump start to life. But most important, man, they become good fathers and good brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
And that's why, like I told you at the onset of the show, that's why I'm forever grateful for guys like you and Zach for coming back. I tell people all the time, a lot of former athletes don't come back because we're not revered in our own communities as if we were still playing. You know what I'm saying? And so
it's hard to come back home. It's hard to come back home and do things. Even with our foundation, man, it took me and Zach like 7, 8 years, man. We could not get no traction, And everything we did, we trained. We didn't have all these high-tech training facilities, man. We had Tony Sands as our personal trainer. We'd come right back in the park, and we would let Patrick Peterson, Clint Sessions of the world, all those guys train with us for free, right there with us, And so we did it right there in the neighborhood park, But you know how it is, man. Time change, man. Nobody don't come back home no more, man. But we still trying to do our part.
But that's the thing. I think it's up to guys like me and yourself and your brother and my brother, guys who've come back home, to let these kids know like the Lamar Jacksons. You need to come
Yep.
back and show these kids that you can make it out of the city of Pompano and Broward County, but come back and let them see you as an individual who made it out.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. I'm proud of him, man. You know, he's a humble kid, man. I had a chance to see him at the ACC Media Days 2 years ago. You know, and he came up through me in Zach football camp. And
Okay.
man, he saw us, man, and I was like, you know, the most majority of these kids, man, they don't get it, man. He said, man, oh man, you and Zach, man, but we grew up in your football camps, man. Y'all the first one that showed us that we could make it, man. You know, man, I thank you for that. And I was just really, I was surprised because you know most of the young cats, man, you
Yeah.
know, they think it's all about him. For him to come back and when he found out that was me, and he just came up to me, he just, man, I remember them football camps y'all just put on, man, you know. And man, he was so excited just to have a conversation, man. I was like kind of taken back a little bit, and I was like, man, this young cat get it, man. And I told him I appreciate the comments, man. And he comes back and you know he do a little football camp. He kind of his camp got shut down this year because of COVID, you know. But he's been vocal. He's been really good about coming back and seeing these little kids in the neighborhood, man. So I'm proud of him, man. And he's just a real good kid, man. You talk to him, man, he respectful, man. He's just a good kid, man.
Good. But let's get into. First, I'm gonna bring another FSU alumni in. Manny, are you on the line? Manny, are you there? Well, hello, Manny. Oh Lord, look at him, Henry, with all the FSU
Oh
stuff
man,
on.
you see them colors, but he all decked out. Boy, he ready. We ain't
But
having
look,
one highlight. That's Sante Samuel, man. That's all we had. But everybody else, boy, look at him, man. They need to eat
Manny,
whatever Sante eat. Whatever Sante drinking and eating, they need to get some.
Manny, are you ready to pick some of these games? Oh, Manny went out again on me. But look,
we'll hold it down for you.
When Manny gets back on, Zach, we're gonna talk about some of these games from that's gonna go on this weekend. First, we're gonna start off with Atlanta and Dallas. Now, both of these teams are 0-2. 0-2. Who you think is gonna win now? It's in Dallas. Who you think is gonna come out of there?
I think Dallas gonna win, man. They gonna get the coach from Atlanta fired. He gonna get fired early. I think Dallas gonna win that one. They're getting him out of there. Listen, we gotta get Airbnb that job. We gotta get the enemy that job.
You gonna get the man fired after week 2?
Well, listen, that need to be Airbnb job, man. They sleeping on the front, man. He got to get that job. At least get him down there. He got some backs. He got some offense. He can do something, you know. I don't want to get him down there in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, no. He don't need to go to Cleveland. Yeah, but yeah, I picked Dallas in that one also. Now we're coming home. We got the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
Man, I'm a Dolphin fan, man, but boy, they make it hard on the brother. Well, I guess I can get away with it this year because I ain't going to the game because the COVID. But the Buffalo Bills gonna win that one, I think. You know, until we
Well,
Fish Magic might. That's his old. Fish Magic. That's his old team. He might throw him a couple.
no, but I'm have to kind of go with the home team on that one right there. Only because look. I know the Bills looking extremely good this year. But I really don't think Fitzpatrick's going to throw another 3 interception, game. Not this week. So that's why I kind of got the Dolphins.
Yeah, you might
Go ahead.
You might get a little Fitz magic. You might get a little Fitz magic this week. You know he erratic like that. Now he throw 3-1 game, come back throw 5 touchdowns the next game. You know he just.
But like I said, that's the only reason I'm going with the Dolphins this week because they playing at home, even though even though there ain't no fans. And everybody that truly knows me, no, I'm not a mullet fan. I'm just not. Okay,
Yeah.
I ain't never liked the Dolphins ever since they said they wasn't gonna draft nobody from the University of Miami when I was down there. I ain't liked them since.
Dana still freeze frame.
Benny, are you there?
You got a man.
Is Manny not going to
All
talk
right.
to us? I see Manny. See, I'm gonna tell you, Henry, why they don't want my Manny can't say nothing because he got on the FSU shirt.
Oh man, don't say that. Don't say that. But we down. We down right now. Listen, we down. We gotta get some. We gotta get some different players in there, man. We gotta get some
Well,
players, man. You can't keep
okay.
these boys getting coaches fired. These boys getting coaches fired, man. They keep bringing in
Look,
different coaches, man. It don't matter. Sometimes you got to get different. You got to get some different ingredients.
there you go. Now, what would you have said to the players in the locker room when you guys were up against Georgia Tech and came back and lost?
Let's put their foot on their throat. Let's come on out this third quarter. Put their foot on their throat. Let's go run them on out of here. They already want to quit. Let's go make them quit. We come out that third quarter. We got to make them quit right now. They're gonna lay down. Listen, I got these. Listen, I remember my freshman year. We used to tell Derrick Brooks, we up. Hey, listen, I need to get in there, man. Y'all going out this first series. Y'all going out, get a pick, take to the high, do what you got to do, man. I need to get me some reps. Listen, I used to go up to Derrick Brooks and tell him, man, listen, come on, man. Y'all got to put this thing out of reach as a freshman. I need to get in and get me some snaps. Man, I should play half a game. Because these guys be, they go out, we go out and have that killer mentality. We're gonna run the score up. We're gonna get the second and third string some work. You know what I mean? But,
Oh yeah, but like you said, that's the difference in today's kid and the way we grew up. We want to put our foot right on their neck and make it bleed a little bit. No, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Man, I saw guys celebrating. The guy, he done made a tackle for 6. The guy got a 6-7 yard gain. He made a tackle, jumped up, dancing like he done had a 2-yard tackle for loss. I'm like, the dude just got 6-7 yards on first down. What you jumping up dancing about?
But
man,
they celebrate stuff like that nowadays. I don't know why they do that. They celebrate that.
Yeah.
Now, let's get this last pick in before I have to go to my last sponsor and call it a night. Drew Brees versus my Raiders in Las Vegas. The first game in Vegas.
Ooh. And I'm gonna tell you.
Remember now, your brother out there.
I think the Raiders might surprise me. They got them young boys. They got a young team and they playing. And I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders for that same reason. See,
and I'm disagreeing with both of you.
You back, man? I hear, man.
Once a hurricane would give them no technical difficulties on the radio.
Hey, like my grandma used to say, you late the straight.
She was a wise
woman.
Oh man.
Well, I'm glad to have you on, man. Henry, if you don't know, he is distributor for Zodiac Vodka. Maybe you guys can link up as FSU alumni, and maybe he could do something for your foundation. But it's been a pleasure getting to know Manny, and I just like everything that he's embodying right now. So thank you, Manny, for being a sponsor.
I do appreciate it. One day, me and Henry are going to help you with your wardrobe because that ugly green's got to go.
Yeah, we gotta get some garden and gold.
No. See, they got the gentleman. But Manny, why do you think New Orleans gonna beat my Raiders?
Drew Brees, can't say nothing more about that arm. I mean, when he's down, there is no down for Drew Brees.
I don't know, man. I saw something in Drew Brees Sunday I ain't never seen. He had a look in his eye like he didn't want to be there.
And look, and plus them Raiders, like you said, they got young kids. They don't have that reverence for Drew Brees like we older guys do. They don't fear him. Like, man, look, we coming out here to get interceptions. So that's why I think the Raiders will win that. But guys, thank you. Henry, me and you gonna talk because, like I said, there's a lot of things I want to help you do with your foundation. I appreciate you. But I want to get to Wines for Humanity. They've been a very, very, very vital part of the 2 Minute Warning, Benny Blades. And thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Anton Steinhardt, founder of Wines for Humanity, is proud to team with Black Shiraz partner and former NFL star Benny Blades to assist in his Benny Blades 36 Foundation in helping children with special needs. Go to winesforhumanity.com, look for the 3 20% off wine specials, make your selection, and use the code BB36F20. Please join the team through winesforhumanity.com or call Dana Lisa Torres at 561-445-7066. Thank you.
You've been listening to the 2 Minute Warning with Benny Blades. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Tune in again next week for our next episode. You can follow the 2 Minute Warning on Benny Blades' Facebook page and share it with your friends. Mr. Blades, get ready.